Welcome to Channel X TV. Still here at the BigCommerce Day and delighted to be joined by Douglas from Nextbase. Welcome, Douglas. How are you?
Oh, thank you.
For those that don't know you, who are you and what do Nextbase do?
Okay, so my name is Santi. I work as a head of D2C, direct to consumer, at Nextbase. And Nextbase is pretty much the biggest car dashcam manufacturer. We have something around 75% of the market in the UK, but we have operations in US, in all over Europe, Japan, and well, I mean, we're pretty much a global company.
So in the UK, if you've got a car dash cam, you've got a 3 out of 4
odds
chance
are
that
that it's going to be one of our cameras. Yeah, indeed.
So what sort of scale is the business? I mean, to have 75% of the dash cam market, that's a massive market share. How big are Nextbase today?
I mean, I cannot disclose the
the
numbers, but yeah, it's a pretty well consolidated company. We have been working partnership with all the main car manufacturers, from Toyota to Audi to Lotus, you name it. Some partnerships with companies the size of NHL, as not their company organization, or let's say Grubhub in the US. So yeah, we have been having a pretty good track so far.
And talk to me about dash cams, because they've come on a lot over the years. I mean, I remember the first dash cam I ever had, and frankly, it was rubbish. It was a battery, it just looked forward. It was always dead when I went to turn it on, and frankly, I just stopped using it. But the technology's come on so much now, because they've got cameras that look forwards and backwards, look inside the car, look out
the latest models now, they are what they call 3-channel. So they are recording the front, they're recording the back, because actually in half of the accidents, they actually happen from someone, hitting and bumping you. And some cameras also can record inside. That is especially interesting if you are a Uber driver, for instance, and you want to have the security and the peace of mind of recording everything that is happening for your own safety.
So if you've got passengers,
if you have some claim, you can prove your side of the story, which otherwise is quite difficult to do. And if the cameras is the same thing, if you have an accident today, in half of the case you cannot prove that it was the other driver's fault, and that's where the dash cam is our best ally, because it's there as a independent witness, right?
And I know it's becoming almost a default for the police, if there's been an accident, to say, or insurance companies, have you got dash cam footage? It's almost a requirement.
Well, and not only that, for the insurance market as well, it is on their best interest that the customers have a dash cam. That's why it actually reduces the premium if you have a dash cam. And we also work directly with the police forces across the UK and some other countries as well, because they are the ones the best interest to receive those files, that footage of someone just road raging or driving like a lunatic, and we know that those things do happen. So yeah, we work pretty close to them.
So no doubt there's huge demand for dash cams, but as head of D2C, what are your main routes to market, and how do you think about marketing a dash cam? And then especially, I guess, how do you get someone to upgrade to a newer one if they've already got an older model?
Well, I think the thing is, because it is a product that is still quite new to a lot of people, so the idea of selling directly is also to help educate the customer on not only the features, but the benefits, the reasons that go beyond just recording. We have cameras, for instance, today that the parents are buying because they can see in real time and receive notifications if their teenager driving their car is
Speedy
going a
enough.
little bit beyond what they should, right? And I myself, I have a son and a daughter that I know that in a few years they're going to be driving, and I certainly want to keep an eye on what is going on. And even if there is some accident, you also receive notification. There is something called witness mode, which is quite interesting. If let's say there is a road rage, or there's you are pulled over by the police, you can ask the camera via voice to record everything and live stream to your partner, for instance, so they can understand what is going on and happen during this situation, and have that recorded as well. So it is going even beyond just recording. It's kind of an overall protection of when you are on the roads.
Now, we're here at the BigCommerce Day, and I know you use BigCommerce for your website. What made you choose BigCommerce? And actually, how many BigCommerce sites do you have now?
We have we used to have 7 websites for all those regions. We now just started the latest store, which is a B2B, as well, just a few weeks ago. So we have 8 stores now. And when it comes to why we adopted BigCommerce, I think it's mostly because they have pretty well connected their ecosystem, their marketplace of solutions that extend the functionality. So that was a key thing for us. And the other one was to be a SaaS solution. So I used to in different companies, I used to work in a scenario where I had to be concerned about the server and the security. If some hacker was doing something at Saturday night and I'm not aware, I'm just gonna find out on Monday. And with BigCommerce, I pretty much don't have any of those concerns. I know that there are some very well qualified people over there 24/7 looking and make sure the store is there up and running.
Firstly, I find it hard to believe people still want to look after their own server. They don't have everything in the cloud.
You have no idea, how many stress I had in occasions like Black Friday, where suddenly the site cannot handle, goes down, and you lose the biggest sale on the year, and that happened more than once in my history. So with BigCommerce, I never had this concern. It's like my job is just to bring as many visitors and shoppers as we can, and that's it. They will do all the technical part.
And how do you drive traffic? Is it mainly paid advertising, or is it social? What methods are you using to actually attract traffic to these sites?
There are a few sources. Google is a big one of them, but there's also Meta. We are now starting to work with TikTok and TikTok Shop as well. Social is definitely there, but mostly for brand awareness. And marketplace is something that we are starting to operate as well. So yeah, it's kind of a.
And you spoke about storytelling before. When someone lands on your website, how do you tell the story? Because I mean, when you and I have a conversation, you can talk to me about, I've got a son and a daughter that are going to be driving in a few years. I want to keep it up. But how do you convey that sort of story on a website?
I think that is actually one of the main reasons why we wanted to have all control of our own websites, including the interface, so that we could tailor-make that experience. So if you look at our site, it doesn't look like a very standard e-commerce website. You just see a list of products, a product page with one image, a little bit of text, and etc. It goes way beyond that. With every single product page, it was tailor-made. There are tons of animations, videos, and etc. It's very engaging experience. Especially now, we know that customers nowadays, this is the TikTok generation. People have a attention span quite short. So if you just put up long text over there, people are not gonna read that. And they're gonna scan. So we prepare chunks of small bites of information. And if you wanna extend, if you wanna learn more, then you have a way to do that. But it's way more interactive and engaging and interesting than it used to be with the legacy way of just presenting a list of products.
So if you want to see this, Nextbase is the website to go to find out some best practices. But Douglas, I want to thank you so much for your time today. It's been a pleasure talking. Thank you.
Thank you very much.